What's up, guys? Shouri here, and today we are doing Battlefare Stage 1. I'm going to tell you my picks, what I think are probably the best things out of here, and some things you might not know. So, we are talking about Survivor, which I think should be your first pick. It is the best for all-around play, and it is going to be one of your best bets, especially if you play aim off. This is way better than anything like a Bastion. This means at low range and medium range, you're going to be able to do just amazing with this gun. It shoots so fast and a lot of bullets. So if you have a little bit of mess up, it's very forgiving, unlike some other guns. So this one is definitely what I think you should choose, and its ability is a piercing hit that deals damage over time, and it can only be stopped by a healing consumable. It's very good, does damage, and it makes it where you can track your opponent, and it just is really good. Okay, so number 2 is going to be ORION, which is one of the best shotguns and definitely the best backup shotgun. So this one is harder to use, so if you're not used to it, it's going to suck for a while. But then you get used to it, and then you don't have to worry about it. You're going to just do great. Most people do anyways. But it is the best to back up things like a Barracuda or an Icebreaker, and it is all around a good gun. It only says 2,000 damage, but if you use its scope, it will allow you to do 3,600 damage at long range. And next up is going to be its long range reach, which is what I'm talking about. And then it also deals freeze damage. This freeze damage will actually slow the opponent's movement, and that can help them stay further away from you, and that makes it where you can hit them for those huge headshots multiple times, and 2 headshots will kill them. So it is great. Next up is Bastion. This is a great gun that is amazing to back up other guns. And just like the power rating on the ORION, it's actually only based on body damage. It hits about 800 to 900 headshots, depending on your stuff. But for a backup to your Barracuda, this is the best backup if you want to get that one-shot kill. I think Sunburst is the best, but Bastion is good. It depends on what you want to do with it. And we will get into the perks. First off is going to be long-range combat. The damage is increased with distance. It's kind of like Juggernaut. This is basically just a beefy Juggernaut that's much better. And it does hit them from longer range for more damage. So the further they are, the better it is for you. The closer they are, the worse it is. So if you switch to a shotgun, that's probably the smart move if they get really close to you. But we all know how shotguns are right now, so that sucks. Just make sure they don't get near you. That's not great advice, I'm sorry. But next up is the burst shot. It fires several bullets at once, which is huge. And this is why it is such a good gun for the backup to the Barracuda, because it will fire several of these 900 headshots, and it will get that kill for you immediately after you hit him with a Barracuda headshot. Then you use your Daredevil pants to go ahead and get that extra one-shot kill from the Cuda. It's great. So that is why I like the Bastion. And the last part is it has an under-barrel grenade launcher, which is pretty useful sometimes, especially for people around corners. Next up is gonna be the Icebreaker. I don't know why they did body shot damage for every weapon. It's really stupid, and especially on snipers, it makes no sense. So this is a sniper that is not as great as it used to be. Used to be dominant. I'm glad they nerfed it because it was a little bit too OP. But it can be used, and people like Kim do use it a lot, and they're very successful with it. Same thing with Joel Shrikon, but they're some of the best players in the world, so that's probably why they're good with it. The Icebreaker has pretty good range. It's got that 15 magazines and really good rounds per minute, and it can help you get those long-distance snipes. And while it's not what it used to be, it is a good option for an instant shot sniper if you want one, especially in solo play, because it marks the target with redness, which they can see through walls, and it basically will tell them to go to kill that person, especially because that mark also increases the damage that target will receive. So it's great for the solo play. Next up are going to be Cheetah Pants. I know this is kind of low on the list. Some people are going to say this is better, but not everyone needs pants. And the reload really only matters if you do Last Breath, or if you play with something like a crossbow or Thanatos or something that is really hard to reload, and it can help you So the level 5 version of this will give you 30% reload bonus time. So that basically means it takes you 0.3 seconds less. And then your speed boost is going to give you a 20% movement speed, which is great sometimes if you're a rusher especially. And you might use this with something like a wasp that needs to reload a lot, and that speed boost can help you with the rushing aspect. So that can be useful, and it's not just for last breath and crossbow users. But mainly, I wouldn't really use this much unless you need it for your crossbow or your last breath. But wasp can be used. Next up is what I definitely would use, and I should have probably put this higher on the list because I am a huge fan of these pants, and this is a hidden gem. You can do so much with these pants, and the thing is, you need to have lots of healing consumables for them to work, but it is basically a replacement for jockey when I do have my healing consumables, because it makes them work 25% better when you use your healing consumables, and it also gives you that speed boost. So it is what I like to call a hidden gem because it's pretty good. And one thing is this speed boost of 20% really is nice, especially over jockey, which does not give that to you. So if you got the heals, I would go with this. What I would not go with is PARACELSUS. Please don't get this. This helmet's terrible. I hate it. It's bad. Next up is DESPERADO. And this one does not do much in the game. Trust me, I tried it. But what it does do is it gives you the battle fare tokens very cheaply. It costs 220 less battle tokens to get to the 150 fragments than any other gun on there. And so if you already have all the guns in a battle fare, DESPERADO is what you should go for. And I want to thank my channel members for making all this possible, and I'm going to get some new audio equipment soon because of them, and I need it. So, thank you guys. I really appreciate all of your support. If you want to support by being a channel member, it is $2, $5, or $10. And if you don't want to do that, just give me a thumbs up. I'd appreciate it. Alright guys, I hope you liked the video, and have a good day.